think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dara. Bringing you a Call of Duty commentary. Real quick, I'm using the MSMC Bloodshot camo. I'm using fast mags. I have hardline, ghost, toughness. I think I have scavenger. Might not. I also have dexterity and I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not using scavenger. My score streaks are the UAV, the lightning strike, and the escort drone. And I'd usually probably run something like the sentry gun or the Sandstorm missile instead of the escort drone, but I was feeling good this game. I was playing well, so I decided to bump it up, run the escort drone, see what happens. Yeah, so I have some tips I want to share with you guys. It's really for guys who are just starting out in Call of Duty, guys who maybe Black Ops 2 might be their first game, maybe haven't played before, or even guys who have played before but have been struggling. Maybe they started near the end of Modern Warfare 3 and just haven't found their feet yet, because it can take a while. Like, it's a bit of a steep learning curve, you know. You need to sharpen your reflexes, you need to better your aim. That takes time. It takes a lot of time playing the game to improve like that. First tip I can give you is to pick your fights. Like here you see me, I started to fight these guys, then realised that's a fair fight, and you don't want to get into fair fights. You want to set up the gunfights like I had previously, where I had the high ground and the other guys were coming running up the stairs and they got surprised, so the fight was completely in my favour. You're going to win more in those fights than you're going to win fair fights. You don't want to be picking fair fights. The second thing is learn to strafe. If you don't strafe, if you don't know what strafing is, it's just basically where you move side to side, front to back, up, down, whatever. You just keep moving while you're shooting, just make yourself moving targets harder to hit, so you'll live longer and you'll win more gunfights if you strafe. It used to be, well, still like a lot of people drop shot, but it used to be everyone drop shotted. If you don't know, drop shotting is where you just slam down on the right analog stick and drop to the ground while you're shooting. It's basically the same idea, you just make yourself harder to hit because the guys have to adjust their aim and aim down. But Treyarch, maybe not all Treyarch I'm sure, but main guys see drop shotting as cheap and they didn't want it in their game. Well, it's in the game, but they nerfed it, so it takes longer to drop to the ground, so it's not as effective, and it's really just going to get you into trouble a lot of the time, and you're going to get you killed because you're trying to drop to the ground and you're getting shot. So instead you want to strafe. You don't have to change your button layout back to default if you don't want to. I still play on tactical, it's useful for taking cover and get popping in and out of cover, and you don't need to stab all that often. Like, there's nothing more annoying than being panic knifed, and you make no friends like that. Yeah. The setups I like to use use are, I generally use either SMGs or assault rifles. I prefer assault rifles because, well, really because Modern Warfare 2 was my first Call of Duty game, and in that game, if you don't know, assault rifles were king. You'd always do better if you were running an assault rifle to any other weapon. The Tar was my favourite, so I still love the assault rifles. Mostly play with them. Well, recently since they patched them, like when the game first came out, you couldn't really use them. SMGs ran riot. That was that. But I like to run in this game. You're going to do better if you run with more than 3 perks. So I always use perk 1 breed, pick 2 perks from the first tier, and I generally use hardline because that is just such a beast perk. I think it gives you something like 20%, I'm not sure exactly, but I think it's something like 20% off your kill streaks, so the higher your kill streaks are, the more points you get off. And then I use flak jacket a lot of the time as well. Either flak jacket or ghost, and hardline's a constant. I pretty much always use hardline. For the second perk, toughness is an absolute must. The flinch is ridiculous in this game. If you get shot, you're dead if you don't have toughness on. And then the only other perk worth looking at in that tier really is scavenger. So you could use perk 2 read as well if you wanted and have scavenger and toughness, but I prefer to just run toughness and use the points for perk 3 greed instead. That way I generally run tactical mask because there's nothing more annoying than getting stunned or flashed and knowing you're helpless.